Hello, everyone. While we come to the end of 2025, I wanted to leave you with one final message about how your life can change in a year. How can you change your entire life in a year? And I know a lot of people are going to say to you, well, this can't happen to you, or nobody makes it online, or people aren't successful online. That's not real. That's not a real thing. But I'm here to tell you that it is a real thing and that it compounds in an insane way. So I used to own yoga studios. I owned yoga studios for about 10 years. In 2008, I declared bankruptcy after losing my job. And it was like, at the time felt like the worst thing, but it was actually the best thing that ever happened to me because it allowed me to have no debt so that I could go and open my first business. I was also like, fuck it, right? Like, what are they going to take from me? What are they going to take from me that I haven't already lost? Right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go for my dreams. So I open a yoga studio. And then around 2018, I go to this a conference. Okay. I'm like, obviously, a lot happened in between then and there. Right. But you know how you get on one path and you think, okay, well, this is my dream. This is what I want to do. Right. I want to open a yoga studio. That's my dream business. And then it actually happens to you and you're like, wait, this is nothing. This is nothing like what I thought it was. And I got to this point where I feel like I had leveled out, like that I was not going to be able to go any further. Have you ever felt that way before? Like um, you're living your dream, you're doing the thing you want to do, but you've like hit a cap, a peak. Like this is as far as you can go. Like I knew that realistically, like I did the numbers. If I open another yoga studio in a different location, I would just be splitting my profits because yoga studios are mostly profitable because they do yoga teacher trainings. That's where most of the money came from. The classes just paid for the studio itself. So that was more of a labor of love. And I really didn't want to add on more work for a labor of love, right? So I'm like, all right, I got to do something else. So there was this conference called 10X Growth Conference. And it was back in 2018. And this is when I was introduced to these like insane, like next level thinkers that I had never been introduced to before. People like Ed Milet, people like Grant Cardone. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I felt like I really resonated with him because he would say things like, my faults are not weaknesses. Things like ADHD actually helps me to be more focused on my goals. Like it's good that I want to spend 16 hours focused on one thing, trying to make it happen. And I had never had anybody talk to me like that before. And I was like, what? This is who I am, right? Like I'm an overachiever. I'm always working hard. I'm always doing the best that I can to get to the next level, right? And I'll sit and I'll work on my business forever. Like I can sit in this chair for hours, like an entire day, and just make it happen, right? And I didn't felt like anybody else saw me in that way. And then I also saw like Andy Frisella, and now I've done 75 hard multiple times, right? Which just gets you in peak state mentally. It's mental toughness. People don't understand. They think like, okay, well, this is all about like 75 hard is all about an exercise challenge. It's not. It's about mental toughness. It's about putting into your day a structure so that you can achieve higher levels because you must do that in order to achieve that program. Like you must do it. Anyhow, so I meet all these cool people, but one of the coolest people I meet is this man named Russell Brunson. And he gets on stage. This is 2018. And if you follow Russell, you probably have heard him talk about the speech that he gave that made the most money of any speech ever, right? So he gets on the stage and he starts talking about this thing called ClickFunnels. And he builds a funnel on the stage, right? And it starts making money right away. And in that moment, I had this epiphany where I was like, whoa, you can make way more money online than you can make in person. Way more, right? So I'm like, shit, this is what I got to do. So I immediately go back to my studio and I decide that there's a couple different people at my studio that I think would be good to purchase a studio. I know that they're really interested in it. They're great teachers. They love people. They're good people themselves. They're also financially qualified to purchase the studio at the price that I want to sell it. So I sell the studio, right? And then I decide I'm going to go online. So, you know how when you like do something really big like that and then you come into some money, maybe that's never happened to you, but it happened to me. And I was like, I actually don't want to work right now. So we bought a boat and sailed around for a while. I know that probably isn't something that most people did, but I do like to work really hard for a long time and then take some time off and then come back to it. So in end of 2020, early 2021, I finally decided to go online. I had run out of money, right? You know, like that's always the catalyst, right? You run out of money. I mean, I still had like $30,000 left, but to me that felt like that was it. You know, I had no job. I didn't want to go back to doing a job. I didn't like working for other people. I don't know if you're like that, but I always feel like other people are really inefficient, right? So, um, so I start online and I look like a fool, right? I have no following. I don't have anybody watching me. I don't have anybody interested in what I'm doing. I start from scratch with 0 Instagram followers, right? And I'm just posting whatever. I'm just posting whatever, you know, like I don't know. And I'm doing all the things like I'm worried about my weight and what I look like. So I'm doing all these like, um, the like AI things to like make myself thinner and shit, you know, like back, I guess it wasn't, I mean, it was AI. I don't know, whatever, you know, like body tune and stuff. So anyhow, I'm doing all this to make myself look thinner, right? And which now I look back, I'm like, that was so dumb. Because what actually sells to people is you just being real. Like you just being yourself. Just be yourself and people actually like that better. So anyhow, I decide like, all right, I'm just going to go full hog on this. And I start posting like twice a day. And I do this for 2 years. And because of that, I got in the reps, right? I started to get better at it over and over again. You know how like you think that going online is one thing, but it's actually something totally different. A lot of people are going to gatekeep this information from you, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't want to post online, if you don't want to build a community online on social media, you do not want to have an online business because that is what it is. People that tell you that it's passive income or that you can hire it out or you can hire somebody in a third world country to do it for you or on Fiverr or whatever. No, you cannot do that. I still to this day do all my own social media. I respond to all the comments myself. I respond to every comment almost. Almost every comment I'm going to respond to. Sometimes if they're just like emojis, I might not respond, or if it's like a really old post that's already been a ton of comments. But for the most part, I'm going to respond to pretty much everything because, hey, I'm really grateful that you made a comment. And when you start making content and nobody's commenting for like 2 years, but you're still making the content, you would respond to every comment too. So anyhow, I start posting online like two times a day for years. Now, along the way, I got help. Okay. I didn't do this on my own. I paid $15,000 for a coach to help me learn how to make courses online. I paid another coach sales funnels. Paid another coach $6,000 to teach me how to make TikToks. Like I invested in this like it was my college degree. Like I actually keep doing that. I just got into Russell Brunson's inner circle. It was $50,000. It was $50,000. I just paid Russell Brunson $50,000 just for proximity to be close to him, to learn more about how to be better at this, right? So you're not going to get to do this for free. I think that there are probably a couple people out there that did that, but that is more like the pipe dream that everyone's telling you, right? And people are like, oh, you know, you'll never make it online. It's luck. That is luck. But you make your luck, okay? Like you can take this seriously like a college degree and get the education that you need, which is why we offer the Empowered Yoga Teachers course. Now, we'll take yoga teachers, Pilates teachers, fitness professionals, tarot card readers, Reiki masters, anybody like that. Like this works for really anything. I mean, if you wanted to sell Ford F-150s, it would work for that too. I'm just a yoga teacher. So that's why I've targeted yoga teachers because you're my vibe, you're my tribe, right? You're my clan. Anyhow, you want to keep leveling up, right? So that's why we provide the Empowered Yoga Teachers course, or the Empowered Collective, we call it. And we help you build your assets, because those are the things that I needed, right? To be successful. I needed to have a course that was highly desirable, that people actually wanted. I needed to know how to promote that course, right? So that's traffic, right? So the first thing is that offer the course. The second thing is traffic, right? How do I get people to see it, eyes on it? Because it's not the best product that wins. It's the best marketed product, right? It's not the best product that wins. It's the best marketed product. So you could have the best course. And I talk to people every day that are like, I'm the best at this, blah, blah, blah. But hey, nobody sees you. So it really doesn't matter if you're the best at this. I've had people say to me, I'm better at that than you. Okay, well, great. Because nobody sees you, but I'm spending $500 a day on ads. So people do see me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm going to teach you how to do in my course, is how to get traffic, right? And you don't have to work with me. You could work with anybody, right? Like, I know I'm a particular person. I'm for a particular person, right? But in 1 year, the first year I made $24,000. Second year, I was like, damn, okay, I could make money doing this. I made $79,000. Third year, I implemented paid advertising. I wasn't just doing organic, and I made $151,000. And every year since then, I've made over six figures. Your life can change in 1 year. Your life can change in 1 year. Stop listening to people who don't have what you want and start listening to yourself. If this resonates with you, if you think that I can help you get where you want to go, you don't even have to spend a dime with me. Just slap that subscribe button, give us 5 stars on the podcast, join my Facebook group. We do lives every week in the Facebook group. People are in there talking about building their online business. I pay Francesca to do that. She's amazing. You'll love her. But if you do want to work with us, click down below. There's a link that will take you to a video about what I did and how I got here. I would love to help you level up. But there's lots of people that can help you level up. Pick somebody that resonates with you and believe in yourself, because it can happen. It absolutely can happen. I'm telling you right now, I am living proof of going from 0 to 6 figures. You can help other people. You can live your dream. And in the process, you can have the best life that you want. All right. I will see you in the next video, and have a fantastic 2026. Can't wait to see you there.